Hi, I am Dr. Arsalan and today we are going to differentiate between the pili and fimbriae in bacterial cell. Both pili and fimbriae, these are the structures of bacterial cell and are present on the surface of the bacteria. For example, this is a schematic diagram of bacterial cell in which the inner membrane, this is called cell membrane. The outer layer is called cell wall, made up of peptidoglycan layers. Then these hair-like projections are tiny structures, these are called fimbriae. And these large projections, these are called pili. Singular is called pilus while plural are called pili. This is the fluid portion of the cells, this is called cytoplasm. This is the single chromosome of the bacterial cell containing DNA and genes. This is a small circular DNA of the bacterial cell called plasmid. And this appendix-like structure is called flagella. This is for locomotion. So out of these structures in the bacterial cell, we are going to differentiate between the pili and fimbriae. These are the two structures which we are going to discuss today. The pili are pilus. These are long hair-like projections from the bacterial cell, while the fimbriae, these are small projections or extensions from the bacterial cell. The pilus or pili in the bacterial cell, it is used for the conjugation of the bacteria or sexual reproduction. While fimbriae, these are used for attachment of the bacterial cell with the host cells. So the fimbriae are used for attachment purpose, while pili are used for the sexual reproduction. If we see the word origin, pili and fimbriae both are Latin words. Pili is derived from pilus. Pilus means hair. As these are hair-like projections from bacterial cells, so therefore these are called pilus or pili. While fimbriae is also a Latin word and it means fringes. Now what are fringes? Fringes are the decorative hanging-like structures from the dress or curtains. These decorative strips are hanging structures from the dress or curtains. These are referred to as fringes. And the fimbriae also resemble such strips or fringes because these are hanging or scattered throughout the cell of the bacteria, giving this a pretty look. Therefore these are called fimbriae. If we define the pili are fine hair-like microfibers. These are the projections or hair-like fibers arising from the bacterial cell, having pili protein. This is the composition of pili, that these are made up of pili proteins. Fimbriae are tiny bristle-like fibers emerging from the cell. So fimbriae are small-sized fiber-like structures arising from the cell of the bacteria, giving the appearance like fringes or bristles. Now we'll look into the differentiating characteristics of pili and fimbriae. So next character is the type of bacteria in which the fimbriae or pili are present. So pili are present only in the gram-negative bacteria, while fimbriae are present in all types of bacteria, whether these are gram-positive or gram-negative. Whether these are gram-positive or gram-negative, in all kinds of the bacteria, fimbriae are present. For example, the pili are present in Neisseria bacteria, Neisseria gonorrhea, and fimbriae are present in the Shigella, Salmonella. So in such type of bacteria, the fimbriae are present. As both of these structures, the pili and fimbriae are made up of proteins. Pili are made up of pili proteins, and pili proteins are fibrous proteins. These are elongated or sheet-like proteins. While the fimbriae are kind of pili, therefore these are also made up of pili proteins. So if you see the number of these structures, there are 1 to 10 pili per cell or per bacterial cell. These are fewer in number, while fimbriae are more abundant, and there are about 200 to 400 fimbriae per cell. Next is the rigidity. So the pili are more rigid, more stronger and more hard, while the fimbriae are less rigid. Next is the generation or formation of pili and fimbriae. So pili are formed from the plasmid genes, the small circular DNA of the bacteria. This is called plasmid, while fimbriae, these are synthesized from the chromosomal genes. There is a single chromosome present in the cytoplasm of the bacteria in a particular site called nucleoid. So fimbriae are basically synthesized from the chromosomal genes present in the nucleoid region of the bacterial cytoplasm. Next is the size. Pili are quite larger than fimbriae and fimbriae are smaller. Similar diameter, the pili are more thicker than the fimbriae and the fimbriae are thinner than pili. Now the functions of pili and fimbriae. As you know that the pili are used for sexual reproduction in bacterial cells. This reproduction is brought about by the conjugation process. So conjugation, it is a kind of sexual reproduction. in which two bacteria, these come across, the pili of these are extended to each other and form a conjugation tube. This is called conjugation tube. This is the chromosome or genome of the bacterial cells. So one bacteria serve as donor, the other serve as the recipient. So the part or fragment of this chromosomal DNA, this is transported to the recipient bacteria by conjugation tube made up of pili and intermingle with the DNA or chromosome of the recipient bacteria. So this gives rise to the sexual reproduction or conjugation type of reproduction in case of bacteria. While the fimbriae, these are used for attachment of the bacteria with the host cell. Attachment of bacteria with the host cell. These basically adhere or stick the bacteria to the host cells. So these were the two structures, pili and fimbriae in case of bacteria, which more often confuse the students. Hope you have learned the differences between these two structures, the pili and fimbriae in bacterial cells, and this is very much important in the field of microbiology. Keep watching my lectures. Thank you.